Hi, this is David. My eyesight's not good enough to see if the machine is running. Damn, it is. Okay, forget all that. This is a video that I promised my two daughters. Now, you're going to think it's weird, but I'm bipolar, and my kids were raised with a bipolar father. So, they're as nutty as a fruitcake, too. They're just not mentally ill. And I promised them they'd see it on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm a dad that keeps my word, other than paying child support. I never kept my word. Oh, no. They're still looking for me. But I've changed. I'm bald now, fat. They can't find me. Anyway, I have two beautiful daughters. I have a bunch of beautiful daughters, but I've disowned half of them. These two girls caught me in a conversation, and I want to start this video off by letting you know what the subject matter is going to be. My two girls, one is 42, I think the other one's 38 or something. They have their own families, and they said, "Dad, we want to know about impotence." I said, "Shit, why are you asking me? Has anybody said anything to you?" And they go, "No, but we know we can ask you anything." I go, "Oh, shit." Okay. So this video is going to be mostly on defective weenies. But first, let me introduce the video, okay? I've been thinking in the last couple of days about all the things on my body that have quit working. Now, I don't know. I don't know if this is called old age or if it's a union shop. I don't know. My hair used to grow black, and I looked a lot like Elvis, at least in my mirror. Now, the high school and junior high school girls probably disagree, but my hair just quit growing. It said, "Screw you. I'm not going to grow anymore." What can I do? I've done this a lot. It doesn't wake it up. You know, you can rub it, you can cut it. God dang, there's nothing you can do. So when the hair says, "Screw you," I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Okay, now I noticed more and more people are talking, and I'm going, what? And I'm thinking of that great big long horn that comes out in the old days. The first hearing aids. My ear said, "Screw you. I'm not listening anymore, and you bastard." So I go to the doctor, and he washes my ears out, and he finally said to me, "David, there's nothing in your ears. They're just not working." I go, "Damn, it's a union again. They've talked to the hair workers, and now the ears go, hey." So I'm sitting here looking at the video, and my opinion is that eyes are supposed to see. Well, hell, my eyes talk to the hair, they talk to the ear, and wear glasses, you stupid bastard. You can't see. And so here I'm driving on the road at night. I have a pair of glasses that are distance glasses, so that I can see deer running in my headlights. Then I'm wearing my other glasses, these here, so I can look down and see how fast I'm going. If it wasn't speed control, I'd be in jail. Once I set it, I never turn it off. I just weave in and out. I go, I know I'm not speeding. You guys are just going too slow. So, the eyes talk to the ears talk to the hair, and now, you know, I've got 3 union shops that are on strike. I've noticed my girls, this is so embarrassing. My girls will say, "Dad, did you fart?" "No." I said, "I can't smell anything." The nose is in the union shop. He goes, "You can't smell shit." And it's true. I go out of the bathroom, the girls say, "Oh!" I said, "There's no smell in there." "Oh, Dad." Jesus. So, I'm on the cruise, and God, you have buffet, and you have all these fancy dinners and wonderful things to eat, and I'm chewing along, and one of my teeth falls off. He goes, "David, screw you, I ain't chewing no more." I said, "You little bastard. I'm taking you back to the dentist, and the cap I'm going to glue on again. You're going to work no matter what. So all these people on my head have got together and said, screw you. Just die, you stupid person. Well, I'm going to fool them. You know, I bald my head by shaving it. I'm probably going to get a hearing aid, and I'm going to put it so far into my brain none of you will ever be able to see it. And I won't smile anymore because I have no teeth. Jeez. I'm falling apart, folks. I'm falling apart. Well, then suddenly, you know, my diabetes, my feet have talked to the other union shops and goes, hey, we're not going to walk anymore. I go, damn, that's your job. You've got to carry me other places. They go, nah, we'll do it a little bit. Sometimes we'll hurt. We may even swell up. There's nothing you can do about that. And so my feet are now on strike. Okay, now we're coming down to the girl's question. And I think I'm the only video that has ever been done on impotence concerning an individual. Not a doctor, not a group. You know, you can buy this on TV, and if you buy it within the next 10 minutes, we'll send you 2 copies of this video, which is totally worthless. So, what's going on? I've got 14 kids, and the little general and I've had a talk. And it's kind of like the General Joseph Smith with the Nauvoo Legion. And my little general and I had a talk, and he said, David, I don't want to work anymore. I said, holy shit, I don't care if all this goes. I don't care if my feet don't walk. I don't care if I'm fat, if I throw up. But God, don't quit on me now. There's nothing left for me in life. The suicide should have gone through. So he said, all right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. He said, I'm just going to slow down. Well, I don't want you to slow down. He goes, I'm slowing down. Nothing you can do about it. So, you know, I slapped him 400 or 500 times. And he still said, I'm slowing down. So anyway, we had a very long discussion, and so you know, I'm thinking about 60, 62, somewhere in there, the little general started to protest. And I kept threatening him. I told him I was going to drop the 55-gallon barrel of Vaseline that I ordered every month on him. Didn't scare him. He says, I'm dying anyway. I don't give a shit. I go, God damn, you can't even scare the weenie. I've lost all power. I've lost all power. So I said, can you hang in there for a little while? And he goes, oh, you know, your diabetes is kind of, you know, got some blood flow problem. I said, I don't want to hear medical excuses. I just want you to hang in there. Well, maybe a few months here and there. I go, oh, shit, okay. So as I'm getting older and older, I have diabetes, I'm mentally ill. I don't think mental illness has anything to do with erectile dysfunction. Now, I decided I'm going to go down and get some Viagra. Now, you know, when you're on Medicare, it'll pay for Viagra, but it's like $10 a pill. So if you get lots of Viagra, you don't get any insulin at the end of the year, and so you become a sugar cube when you're diabetic, and you can't walk, you can't breathe, and your heart gives out. So anyway, I said, well, I'm going to try the Viagra because I want that 4-hour erection, because I ain't calling no doctor on that. I'm just going to call every ex-wife. They love these videos. They refuse to look at them, and I'm glad, because I know no one else is looking either. So anyway, I buy this Viagra, and I take one, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there. This is a waste of $10. So I slapped the little general again 40 or 50 times. Hey, you know, medication, wake up. Well, his alarm clock, the batteries were not set, so, you know. So I, okay, screw you. I'm going to take charge of the little general. So I take another Viagra. Say, hey, I'm waiting for that 4-hour erection, and I can call my doctor and all my ex-wives and tell them, hey, he ain't down to the count. Well, he woke up just long enough to go, "Screw you." I said, no, I want to screw you. He goes, "Screw you." So I'm not spending any more $10 for Viagra. So anyway, my girls, these are full-grown girls, and my kids, they always talk to me about their periods, and there's just no boundaries as far as information. There's plenty of boundaries as far as behavior, but not information. So they said, "Well, Dad, can you impregnate anyone?" I said, "Well, yeah, I can." "How can you do that with no weenie?" And I said, "Girls, he didn't fall off. Now he's got a smaller condo than he used to have, but he didn't fall off. So, well, if he doesn't get stiff anymore, how can it go in a vagina?" And I said, "Well, sperm can go in a vagina. It doesn't have to be carried by a weenie. It can go by, an eyedropper, or what is it? That gravy, that big long thing. It's like an eyedropper, a big tube on it. I can't think of what the word is. A gravy baster." These days, it's an eyedropper. So anyway, you get less, or I'm not going to say you, because most of you are females that watch me in Utah. So now that you can understand impotence and how it comes on a man, you can quit blaming your husband because you got a fat ass. It's not a fat ass. It's physical. So anyway, I said, "Well, the sperm can come out, but if you can't get an erection long enough to put it anywhere, there's still sperm." "We didn't know that." I said, "Well, I'm not going to show you either." I said, life goes on, girls. Now, at first, with impotence, and so if you women have husbands, or you gay men have a partner, it happens slowly. Now, there's things in a younger life. When I was really young, I never drank. And one night I drank, and I never drank except that one night that I can remember. And my cousin wanted me to screw her. And I was a Mormon. And the little general was obeying the law of chastity under the alcohol that was in my body. My brain said go for it, but the general said no, we've got to stay morally clean. Well, that was a little embarrassing, but I got through it. I moved out of town. I didn't want her saying, "Hey, you know what?" I didn't want that. So anyway, my girls wanted more information, and I said, "Well, you've got all the information you're going to get from me." And so I just want to finish my impotent talk and bear my testimony to the sacrament meeting people here, and we're thankful that you all came out. And if you can support the impotence record here of David, please signify by the raise of the right hand, and if not, just slit my throat and cut my guts out and let them go on to the stage here. So anyway, alcohol can temporarily or permanently, if you're an alcoholic, cause impotence. Most things like stress, men that are under tremendous stress at work and who are having affairs, they're just kind of worn out. They go, "Hey, I'm not interested in sex with you, but I got to go to work early in the morning and I got to stay late tonight." That goes on. And I've already given you one tape, it's hundreds of tapes ago, and I'll just update you that every couple and every human being has different sexual needs and desires. Now, you that have the mirrors on your ceilings and the trapeze in your room, I don't care. I'm afraid the mirrors in an earthquake might hit the weenie, so I've always kept mirrors off of there. So people are different. People are very different. I have a sister, and she was married, and she and her husband had sex once a year. Now, I think men should have more sex than that, but she didn't, so he didn't. There's other situations that can get a little bipolar. One of the symptoms of bipolar is very, very heavy sexual desire, and don't tell anybody. This is a damn secret. I won't tell you which wife, okay? She knows. But my record is 13 times in 24 hours. Now, a lot of you are going to say, see, I always knew David was a liar. See, there it is. That's impossible. No, it's the truth. Bipolar people, we have a lot of sex, and my record was 13 times in 24 hours. Now, my overall, my daughters, I ought to slap the shit out of them because I promised them this video, and I didn't really want to do it, but, you know, I just bowed my head and said yes because one of them still wears garments now and then. So, anyway, I forgot where I was. I forget where I am all the time. I wake up in a strange bed and go, holy shit, I think I've died. I don't recognize this. Oh, I'm on vacation. That's right, I'm on vacation. So anyway, one of my wives, and she knows who she is, we're married 9 years, and we had sex 3 times a day for 9 years. Now, before they made calculators, I could never figure that out. But when they made calculators in the 70s and 80s, it's 10,000 times. So when the little general now says, hey, you know, I've done my job, I deserve retirement, how do you argue? How do you argue 10,000 times? And the other ones fell in line. So anyway, as men get over 50, or if they're drinking, or they get terribly under stress, or they get diabetes, heart disease. Now, it says for me on Cialis, it says if you need to check with your doctor if your heart's in good enough condition for sex. Well, I never checked with him because I always wanted to die with a smile on my face. So if my heart gives out, it's just going to match the ears, the nose, and the hair, the teeth, and the weenie. They'll just all be laying there together, and the heart will say, screw you, I died too. You bastard, you wore us all out. Well, I did. And I had fun doing it. I did have a lot of fun doing it. So my girls, they said, Dad, do not put our names on your video, or you will be excommunicated again from our families. So I'm not going to tell you who my girls are, but they're a little bit forward. And the one I tried to deflect, the whole circumstance. And my 42-year-old, I said, I'll tell you what, I will tell you about my personal incidents if you tell me when you started to masturbate as a child. I thought that would throw her off. Well, she's my daughter. She said, Dad, I never did it till I grew up. Oh, shit. Now I'm stuck. I got to do the damn video. So anyway, stress, drinking, diabetes, heart problems, those can all lead to a man losing his... what would you call that? His manhood? I don't know. And you know, for a while there, and let me just give a little advice to some of the guys. For a while there, I thought it was the end of the world. I really did. I thought, well, you know, now what should I do in my spare time? And my hand, it wasn't getting any exercise either. So anyway, I just want to put in that there is life after sex. It's a shit life. But it's a life, and you know, you still think about sex. You're still attracted to females or males or other females. I'm not prejudiced here. You know, what you do in your own bedroom ain't my problem, and it isn't my business. But for a while there, I was, you know, thinking that I got screwed, and no. I screwed a lot. And you know, there was a couple of times when I had my younger years, I said to myself, you probably ought to go ahead and screw her again because maybe someday you won't be able to do this. And I go, okay. And so the little general would get up and go, okay. And my wife would get up, okay. I had one that used to read a magazine, and she says, as long as you don't shake the magazine, just do what you need to do. Okay, I don't need the magazine. So anyway, there's my personal sex life, and I just want you to know it's happy. You know, my tongue is still working. These 3 fingers have been screwed up with the bypass surgery. They don't work, and they don't type hardly at all. But this hand works good. So if you've got a nose, if you've got a tongue, and you've got at least 1 or 2 fingers working and a few toes. Now, I've got a lot of neuropathy in the toes, so they can't feel anything, but, you do what you can do with what you've got. And it reminds me of the little girl, or the little boy in kindergarten. He walked up to one of his friends, a little girlfriend, and he says, "I want what I want when I want it." And so she, pulls up her shirt. And so there's another little girl, and he walks up to her, and he says, "I want what I want when I want it." And she said to him, "You'll get what I got when I get it." Thanks.